Hello and welcome to the Park Hopper Daily Weekly Newscast. I'm your host, Anita Boyer. Here's the news.
Lucasfilm announced Wednesday in a statement that Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, following a social media post that likened being a Republican to being Jewish during the Holocaust, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there are no plans for her to be employed in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable, said a Lucasfilm spokesperson in a statement. Serrano was also dropped by her agency, UTA, following the controversy. Serrano has played Cara Dune on both seasons of the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian. On Wednesday, the actress, fitness model, and former mixed martial artist faced backlash after sharing posts on her Instagram story Tuesday night comparing the current political climate in the United States to that of Nazi Germany. The post, originally posted on another Instagram page, was removed from Serrano's Instagram story on Wednesday, along with a second post on her story featuring a person with masks covering their entire face and head, captioned, "Meanwhile, in California." I'm so sorry. No, I'm definitely not laughing about this news. That would be unprofessional. The fact that someone is being held accountable in real time for their actions and beautifully exemplifying that freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences is no laughing matter, my friends. No, but seriously, here's to hoping that this is just the beginning of a beautiful trend in which all Americans, say, from president to peon, are held accountable for their words, their posts, and their actions that directly threat our entire democracy, including but not limited to anti-Semitism, racism, bigotry, inciting insurrections, and domestic terrorism. But you tuned in for Disney news and not politics, so I digress. Excuse me. In more inclusive, positive news, the Disneyland Resort has announced that it will host a limited-time, hard-ticketed event with dining and at Disney's California Adventure theme park this March. Attractions will not be available in the theme park during this event, however. Disneyland and Disney California Adventure have not been able to reopen since the park shut down last spring as a result of COVID-19 due to state and local government regulations regarding the virus. The event was announced in a letter to cast members in by Disneyland Resort President Ken Potrock, commemorating the 20th anniversary of Disney's California Adventure earlier this week. Quote, "Currently planned to begin mid-March, we will debut an all-new, limited-time, ticketed experience focused on our world-famous food and beverage offerings from around the resort. The latest merchandise and unique, carefully crafted entertainment experiences, all to be offered multiple days a week with limited capacity and enhanced health and safety measures in place. Guests once again will get to step into a magical Disney environment, an environment that will provide memorable and fun experiences our guests are craving. Teams across the resort are currently developing this distinctly Disney experience, so there are many more details to come, but I wanted you, our cast members, to hear this news first. Stay tuned for the official announcement coming soon. What I'm most thrilled about is that this initiative, along with the recent reopening of our outdoor dining on Buena Vista Street, enables us to bring back about 1,000 cast members. While that is clearly not all we want to accomplish, it's a start. Teams are working as we speak to start recalling identified cast in the coming weeks." End quote. That is truly, truly exciting. In Remy Ratatouille adventure news, merch has dropped all over the France Pavilion in Epcot this week, perhaps indicating one of the most anticipated new attractions at Walt Disney World is on its way to opening, we hope. Cast members have been blocked out of Epcot on weekends beginning February 13th, so we may be able to experience life as Remy the Rat sooner rather than later. Remy the Ratatouille, the rat of all my dreams, we praise you, oh him as Jim.Disney on Instagram. He stopped by the pavilion late last week to give us a tour of merchandise, which is available at parkhopperdaily.com. New refurbishments have also been announced at Walt Disney World this week. Beginning this month, the Stormalong Bay water slide will be under refurbishment at Beach and Yacht Club Resorts. In April of 2021, Disney's Contemporary Resort will begin a refurbishment to reimagine guest rooms. While some main tower rooms will be unavailable during that period, most resort areas and amenities will continue to be available. This has a lot of fans speculating about whether or not the rooms will be given the Incredibles treatment. Last year, we saw a handful of main tower rooms treated to a mid-century modern Incredibles overlay. That sounds fantastic. With the Moana overlay currently occurring over at the Polynesian Resort, and with CEO Bob Chapek, who loves infusing IP rather than new ideas into theme parks and resorts, it would come as little surprise if this was the direction in which Disney was headed. In Taste of Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival news, the first flower and garden topiary was installed at Epcot this week, with the flower beds along the World Showcase Plaza also prepped for planting. The new prehistoric garden, featuring plant life abundant during the age of dinosaurs, has also debuted in Future World East. And on Thursday, a huge flower display was unveiled in the Italy Pavilion, taking over the entire performer stage at that location. The Taste of Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival will take place March 3rd through July 5th, the longest that festival has run in its history. Hello?
Hello! Are you excited for Ratatouille to open?
Whoa, that's a great question. The short answer, duh! Yes, of course I'm excited. A little longer answer, I might not be so on the edge of my seat because I've ridden it before. Not the one in Epcot, and I have no idea if there are going to be any differences to the Remy's Ratatouille Adventure that's at Disneyland Paris. But my fabulous husband, Joe Pallister, and I were able to go to Disneyland Paris a few years ago, and we were able to get on Remy's Ratatouille Adventure several times. At the time, there was it was still, pre-pandemic, obviously, and there were single rider line options, which is integral to a ride like that, because instead of waiting for 3 hours and spending our entire day in line, hop in the single rider line. It's definitely, when that comes back, I hope that comes back. Please, Disney, let that come back. It is so worth it to save some time, because you're so immersed in taking every single sight and sound and smell in that it's okay if you're not, right with your party. But, I'm excited for you guys to try it, because that ride is so much better than I thought it was going to be. We had kind of low expectations, not to knock any of these experiences, but I was kind of, because it's a, one level kind of dark ride, I was thinking, this will be cute. This will be like Pinocchio's Daring Journey or Snow White's Scary Adventure. It's Ratatouille's, adventure. It's amazing, and it really, the technical aspect, the design, the special effects, the way they kind of get the 3D without the 3D glasses, it's amazing. So I'm more excited for you guys to be able to try it if you haven't had the opportunity to get out to Disneyland Paris. Whoa, is that my phone ringing again with the sound effect that I added in post?
Hi! I'm so excited to be part of this show. Okay.
You should be.
Do you think...
It's an honor.
It truly is.
No, seriously, don't take it for granted.
Do you think they should recast Cara Dune? And if so, with whom?
All right. So this is what we talked about in the newscast earlier. With the cancellation of this person's contract, will the character in the show canon now just disappear for future seasons? I really hope that they recast. I think that everyone who's watching is mature enough and and able to suspend our disbelief if it's not exactly the same human person playing the role, playing the character, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to survive. And if I had to pick someone, if I was casting like my ideal cast, I would be casting Gwendolyn Christie, because I have a super, super girl crush on her. She's so amazing. She is most known for playing Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones. If children are watching this, Game of Thrones is not a show that you should be watching. Don't watch it. I mean, when you're older, you can watch it, but parents, this is not me saying like, oh yeah, like go have a family movie night and start Game of Thrones. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're old enough, you should absolutely watch Game of Thrones because it's amazing. I mean, it doesn't end the best, but okay, no spoilers. Anyway, I think, whoa, is that my phone blowing up again? Wow.
Hello. Okay. My family and I are headed to Walt Disney World this spring.
Oh, fun.
Yes. We want to start creating some traditions for each trip. What are some of your favorite first night traditions?
I don't know if I can talk about that on a family-friendly show. Oh, but you mean in the parks. Yeah, I got you. Here we go. This question is so great because it actually, I don't have a tradition that's like, the first night we do this every single time, or, you know, we have a lot of traditions that just naturally have started and just kind of happened, but now I'm like, wow, how great to kind of have like a first night of your Disney trip kind of tradition that you can have some sort of like photo or video or some sort of memory of, or if it's going to a certain quick service, if it's going to a certain restaurant, riding a certain attraction, getting that perfect photo op. I think that is such a great idea, and how fun to then be able to go back through, you know, your trips and have that one kind of same whatever it is, and just be like, oh, remember this year we had to do it in Ness. Oh my gosh, that's such an ancient memory. Oh, we're past it now. You know, like how we're going to be able to say that someday. Some of my favorite traditions that aren't necessarily a first night tradition, we truly love going around the park in our onesies. I know I talk about this all the time, but it is so much fun. We also really enjoy the photo pass. We have annual passes, so photo pass is included, but before I got annual passes, I bought the memory maker every single trip, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's worth it. Whatever, I don't even know what it costs right now. I think it was around like $160 or $170 for the entire trip. Back when I was buying it before I had an annual pass. And I remember one year I actually bought like 4 separate memory maker packages, and I do not regret it for 1 second. Being able to go up to any of the photo pass people and having them take your photo, ask for magic shots, tell them what you're celebrating. They will spend time with you, and you will have your own mini dedicated professional photo shoot wherever you want in the park. They are, even in pandemic times, we were there for about 2 months at the end of last year, and I was thinking this has got to be one of the places where they kind of cut back a little bit. No, there are photo pass people there everywhere. So many fun opportunities, so many great shots, and then they're right there on your app. Plus you get every photo from your rides, anytime. You know, now, prior to COVID, it was any, like, character meet and greet. They would have the photographers there as well. So hopefully that will come back. But, you know, they're not doing that particular thing right now due to COVID. But photo pass memory maker, that's my tradition. That's my recommendation. So that has been what's happening in Disney news this week. As always, thank you so much to our brilliant editor-in-chief, my partner in crime, Catherine Manu, for this banging script, and for keeping our website up to the minute with all the Disney news you can handle. That's www.parkhopperdaily.com. We want to also thank our Florida correspondents and Disney friends who keep us in the know when we are away from our home, when we're home away from home in New York. Jamie, who is at jim.disney on Instagram. Give him a follow. Also check out John Sheridan's accounts at John Dizguy and at DizGuyMickey for his new emo account, which is super precious. And also huge shout outs to Marie at Kungaloosh Crew Marie. She is hooking us up with Disney details and making sure that we have the latest news on refurbishments, which we really appreciate. Thank you so much to everyone who contributed updates, photos, extra shout outs to Jamie for giving us FaceTime calls and letting us ride rides with him. Living vicariously through you is life. Like, it truly gets us through our days. Thank you so much to Michael O'Connor and Classy Camera for making me look fabulous, because if we don't look good, you don't look, what, I don't know. Okay, anyway, I appreciate it. Thanks to our question submissions and to the super cute man behind the mouse. Oh, you dusty. Ew. Okay. My husband, Joe. Thank you so much to whoever's texting me right now and making my computer make awkward dings. Please visit Park Hopper Daily for all your Disney news throughout the week, including new food and dining, location reviews, and more. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit subscribe buttons and the bell for notifications. This is Anita Boyer signing off for Park Hopper Daily. We will see you real soon.
It was your mom texting you.
Oh my God.
Saying, you know what she said?
What?